Hey, welcome again. This is another coloring by Okayokayokok. I'm coloring from the comic Wendy Wonka and the Chocolate Fetish Factory, Chapter 2, Issue 3. I've taken off the speech bubbles and all the speech to keep it a little bit of a mystery of what's going on here. Trying not to spoil the surprise for you, but definitely want to give you a taste of what's to come. It is a taste of blueberry because this issue is all focused on blueberry transformation. There's a extremely huge dedication to blueberry transformation in this issue. So if you're a blueberry fan, if you like different versions of blueberry transformations, then you're going to enjoy this issue. Let's see. It is called Crystal Caverns. The Crystal Candy Caverns are going to be featured in this issue. That's where the story takes place. And it is going to be finished on July 21st. It is July 16th, 2019. So like in 5 days, I'm going to be done with this. I'm working on coloring now. I've got all the inking done, and now I've just got to do covers and color this thing. This big production needs to be fully colored, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on shading and coloring. Let's see what else is going on. We've got the sketch request on Patreon going on, and it's a sketch request contest. So it's where like commissions meet contest. If you have ever commissioned me before, this is a great way to do another commission if you've ever wanted to get a commission. This is where you pay $20 or $55 for a request to get sketched, and then all the sketches get pooled into two categories. They go into a vote, and people vote for which ones they want to see turned into finished drawings, and the winners get turned into finished drawings at no extra cost. So if you are one of the winning sketches is yours, then it's a very cheap way to get a commission done. So that is a fun contest that's going. I'm kind of taking a break, or not really taking a break, but I'm switching gears into the comic this week just to make sure I can get it done. It's pre-order went out maybe a month ago, and I'm really feeling the pressure to get this thing squeezed out of the tube. I'm squeezing with both hands, and I'm squeezing really hard. So this thing is coming out next week, and it's a lot of work. So I'm working like day and night, weekends. When I wake up, I'm working on it. When I go to sleep, I'm not working on it. But when I go to sleep, I don't sleep for very long, and then I come back and work on it. So this is a big production. There's 18 pages plus cover. Originally, it was going to be 16, and it just kept getting bigger, like these transformation comics tend to do. Let's see what else. We've got some other interesting news coming up as the next comic. Next month, we're starting on Goddesses of Fertility 2. It is going to be a continuation from Goddesses of Fertility, the original, #1. And there's going to be some of the same themes. There's going to be, like pregnancy, extreme pregnancy, unbirthing, boob expansion, and what else? Some like pregnancy boobs, just everything that you can think of that relates to fertility and, well, maybe not everything, but, the big things that relate to fertility and pregnancy. That's what the main focus is going to be. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to write it and draw it. That's why I'm doing these comics still, as they're just really fun for me to work on, and I hope you enjoy reading them. This one's going to be still involve some of the same characters. It won't involve them being dressed up as like babies from initiation week during pledge week, but there might be like some unbirth and maybe a little bit of age regression or age progression in it. I'm going to be working on the plot to that. I already have kind of a rough plot sketched out, and I'm excited about it because it's pretty short, but it contains everything, and it felt like it's going to be a good a good way to get everything in without taking too much focus away from the good stuff. All right, so here we go. I noticed also it's Prime Day on Amazon, so I went over and I ordered The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, the original The Thing, because it's just one of the greatest horror or scary movies of all time, and I don't have it. I got it on Blu-ray, not remembering that I don't have a Blu-ray player on my computer, so I'm just gonna have to veg out on the couch one night and watch this thing, which I won't mind doing. So I'm gonna get some corn in my hand, some popcorn, and just veg out, watch this awesome movie that I haven't seen probably since October of last year. I'm definitely in the mood to watch it. Because it was Prime Day, there was like a $1.50 off of it. It's only $8, so it was a good deal. If there's anything that you need, like a movie, it's a good day to buy it on Amazon Prime if you're a Prime customer, because you'll get a discount. It's really nice. So I just lucked into that. I don't usually buy stuff on Amazon Prime. It's, like once in a blue moon. Which, speaking of which, tonight is the Thunder Moon. Also a lunar eclipse if you're not in North America. It's not viewable from North America, but if you are in a separate country listening to this, go out tonight and look up at the moon. It's going to be reddish, and there's going to be a partial lunar eclipse, which will look pretty cool. I would love to see that tonight. I'm definitely in the mood for something amazing and something to kind of give me a break from working, feeling like having a fun moment, but it's not happening. It's not happening tonight. Not happening in North America. Okay. I feel like that's a song by LCD Sound System, North American Girls, isn't it? I like that group. Anyways, so yeah, I've been watching some movies while coloring and inking. It's not usually a task that requires a lot of attention, so I put on a movie while I work on this stuff. Or I record a video like this. So I've been watching a lot of movies. Let's see. Let me pull out my little list of the movies I've been watching. I have to say there haven't been too many good movies out lately on like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. There was like True Grit, The Sum of All Fears. I didn't even get through that because I didn't want to. Got bored of it. Reservoir Dogs. That's a good one. Quentin Tarantino. I hadn't watched that in a long time. I could not remember how it ended, so I was like, I need to rewatch that. Taxi Driver, Mean Streets. Robert De Niro seems to be big on Netflix this month. So if you like Robert De Niro, if you've never seen Taxi Driver, like Martin Scorsese movies, I had never seen them all the way through. I'd seen parts of them, and I don't know. I was not like totally impressed with Taxi Driver. I felt like it was, I don't know if I could think of an analogy for it. It felt like a carriage ride where you usually take your car, like something that it was different and it was, like an enjoyable ride, but not really necessary. So you didn't see anything, but it was an enjoyable ride. It felt like there was, layers to the plot and what was going on. I just didn't really care about it, I guess. Didn't really care enough about it to think about it really hard. There was another Martin Scorsese movie that came out more recently. It had Adam Driver and the Qui-Gon Jinn guy. What's Liam Neeson? Yeah. How can I forget Liam's name? Everyone's named Liam now. So yeah, the Martin Scorsese movie with those two actors, it was something about like these priests in Japan a long time ago. It was a period piece, and I think it might have been a true story. I really enjoyed that movie. I actually enjoyed that movie more than Taxi Driver. I think the best thing about Taxi Driver is Robert De Niro's performance. He really shined, and there's not a whole lot of maybe maybe the story is a little too hidden or too metaphorical, and I just got a little tired of it, but it was pretty good overall. So Mean Streets, I feel like you can pass over that. Roadhouse with, who is that guy? Not Kurt Russell. He reminds me of Kurt Russell. But he was also in like Dirty Dancing, that guy. Roadhouse is just an okay movie. It's not your typical kind of subject matter, so that was, the best part about it was it felt like a different kind of movie. I watched The Dark Crystal because, on August 30th, Netflix is coming out with the Dark Crystal series. I am stoked about that. I've been waiting for that maybe a year or two. I can always watch The Dark Crystal. The other day, I actually watched Jim Henson's funeral. They did like a 2-hour funeral thing for Jim Henson, and it was really emotional. I really enjoyed it. I don't know much about Jim Henson, but it was a really great funeral, and very random for me to watch that, but it just like popped up in my YouTube feed, and I decided to watch it. Really, really, really inspirational, and it could actually probably be turned into a movie. But I would hope they would put it out there for free or something. But anyways, moving on. I also watched Hornet's Nest, Platoon, Return of the Swamp Thing, and Point Blank. Point Blank's that new Netflix movie. It was great for what it was. Not, not the greatest movie, but it was an action movie, and it was a competent action movie. So if you'd like to, be entertained for a little bit, that's a great movie to watch. Also, Return of the Swamp Thing. I think out of all of them, Return of the Swamp Thing was my favorite movie that I watched, because it was really dumb, really a dumb movie, but just enjoyable and charming to watch. You can tell that they were, that it's like straight out of a 1980s comic book, like the story. Very simple story, very ridiculous story. Some of the costumes are a little ridiculous. The special effects are a little, just good enough to be entertaining and not be, like, oh, this is stupid. So I would definitely recommend watching Return of the Swamp Thing. You can find it for free on the site Vudu, where you get movies for free, or you can redeem digital codes. I always had a soft spot in my heart for Swamp Thing. I don't know. Like, if you look at the art's amazing for Swamp Thing. It's just one of these like artistic creatures, and I don't know. He never really. I guess it's kind of hard to give Swamp Thing a good storyline, but it's just a really good art that I enjoy. Like, I'm a kind of a horror buff fan, and Swamp Thing definitely fits into that category of just like a weird mix of horror and superhero, and that's why I think I always had a soft spot in my heart for him. And this movie is pretty ridiculous, but go watch it for free on Vudu. There's like 2 minutes of commercials every 30 minutes, but it's a fun movie just to turn on while you're doing something. Anyways, that's all I'm going to be talking about for today. I think I'm running into 15 minutes, so I don't want to keep you for too long. But do be on the lookout for Wendy Wonka, Chapter 2, Issue 3, focused on Blueberry. It's coming out Sunday, the 21st. And pre-order is available now. If you want to run over to the DeviantArt gallery, you can find a picture of Wendy Wonka, and I'll try to put the cover out the day of its release so that you will see it. If you want to watch me, if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do that so you'll be caught up on all the news. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.